What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today, I have my second podcast that has been freaking. I haven't done an episode in ages, but today I am back, and today I'm doing a pretty big collab with 4 different people. So why don't y'all introduce yourself?
I'm Les.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sloth Mole.
Yeah, I'm Sloth, he's Mole.
Hey, would you guys hate me if I told you that I did not write down my list and completely forgot it?
Yes. Nothing but hatred.
All of your guests.
Right.
Yeah,
You
okay,
have
okay.
person,
Give me,
animals,
give me,
and,
give
element.
me a.
Right.
I remember you wrote it down here actually at some point.
All right. Flaming Arrow. You can do whatever you want. Do you want to introduce yourself? Tell a bit about yourself. And be like, hey.
Just Flaming Arrow Gaming.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
it.
for
That's
us-
your entire personality.
Our personality, just playing over gaming. Yeah, for us, Sloth Mole, we run like an animal based an animal based what's it called, YouTube channel.
We do
We just
games.
play games, basically. We give a bit of commentary
That's
about
not animal related, but
it. It's not animal related, but
You shut up.
shut up.
It just has animals, pictures of
Yeah,
animals.
just
Well, anyway, today we're basically gonna do something with movies. So we have picked 5 genres, and we have all picked our favorite movie from that genre, and we're just going to talk about the movies that we like, and basically that's the whole plan. And hopefully it's gonna be fun, and we'll get to know some new movies or something like that. So yeah, okay. So does anybody want to start off?
I will.
All right, so let's just start off with the horror genre, and we'll go from left to right, I guess.
Okay, well, my favorite is Pet Sematary, the original, not like a remake or anything, because it's very bloodbathy type, kind of scary. It tortured me as a child, so, well, when I was young.
Okay, and how old are you now?
When I was younger, that's what I meant.
Okay,
Shut up.
so wait, right. For me, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but for me, Flaming Arrow is next. So
Oh,
Okay.
what?
me,
you're
it's
the
you.
next.
For horror?
Yeah.
Well, it's a mixture of horror and comedy, but it's, for me, more horror. It's Goosebumps. I remember growing up reading the Goosebumps books and everything. So when it came out as a movie, I was really pleased with how it turned out, especially with the actors that were in it, you know?
Yeah. I saw the movie too. It was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, that was a really good movie.
It was. I like the. What's it called? A dummy? Or wait, he's not a dummy in the movie. At least that's what he says. Right.
Ah, I forget his name. It's gonna kill me.
Slappy or something. Slappy.
There you go, Flappy. Yep.
I read some of the books. I have some of the Dutch books, and they're pretty good
My favorite
too.
is the haunted car.
I used to read.
Man, I used to love them.
Right.
Long
Let's
time
just-
ago.
Okay. So now it's the turn. The sloth turn.
Wow.
Oh, is this okay?
Sloth turns,
It's
turn.
gonna take a
Okay.
minute.
So well, shut up, you. I've picked Digging Up the Marrow. It's from 2014. It's basically a movie about a guy who's making a movie, and he's.
Yeah.
I know it's
that's
exciting.
deep.
It's very meta, and basically he's trying to look for inspiration to make a horror movie. And some guy claims he knows that monsters are real. So he's going about looking for monsters pretty much, and they're all underground, and it's just mad. You need to go watch it yourselves.
For me, I said The Exorcist. Well, I like horror movies, but I just don't get scared too often, if I'm being honest.
Bullshit.
Same.
Yeah, no, it's true though. Like jump scares don't count, right? In my opinion.
I get scared.
Yes, I do.
I think I literally did a whole podcast about are horror movies still scary and the jump scares and stuff. So basically,
It's more like surprise than actual, fear. So,
yeah,
Yeah.
natural horror.
it's more it's a natural reaction.
Exactly. You just.
Horror can be defined in many ways, though.
I do agree, but
very
still,
subjective.
Movies are like,
if the entire game is if the entire
What's
movie is based off of just jump scares, it's It's an issue,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
But okay, The Exorcist. I think most of us probably have seen that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's great
Scary
about it is
movies
it just
are-
takes like something we all think it's innocent, like a young child, and makes it into something you're supposed to fear.
A lot of
that's-
movies do that though, don't they?
Honestly, when
Yeah,
I watched the movie for the first time, I fell asleep because it's I don't know. I enjoyed it eventually when I watched it and didn't fall asleep, but
Mhm.
it is a pretty like stretched movie. It isn't
True,
really
I agree.
quick paced.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I agree. And if you look about it, it's kind of like a cliche, but it kind of like started. It's one of the first ones to do what it does. So
yeah, and
this is it.
there were a lot of stories about what happened during recording and accidents and stuff that happened, and when the movie
Yeah.
first came out, that people were scared like a lot.
Mm.
But yeah, it's a great movie, and I think everybody knows it. It's a pretty big movie in the whole horror genre.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my favorite horror movie is Sinister, which
Mm.
I know for some people it's pretty. Like some people just say that it's not a horror movie because it does have a lot of jump scares, but that is not just the reason why it's my favorite movie. I think the music in this movie and there's the tone, the entire like tone of this movie is pretty scary to me. Like the movie is basically about this writer that tries to make money by selling his books, and he moves to a new house with his family, and he finds 5 tapes on in his attic. So he's watching all of those tapes, and they're basically like scuff videos, and yeah, you just see families die basically in the videos, and all this crazy shit happens around it. It's just a great movie in my opinion, with a lot of eerie music, and that just sets the tone for the whole movie.
Mm.
Yeah,
And it
I've never
does
seen
have
it, but
good
it
jump
sounds
scares.
terrifying.
yeah,
What is it?
I quite like it too.
Mm.
I've watched Sinister 2 as well.
I think that's disappointing. I think that's quite a
I
disappointing
think
movie.
it was not as good as the first one, but I wouldn't say it's really bad. But compared to the first one, it is disappointing, like you said.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
So-
sequels are always somewhat disappointing.
True. Usually, if
A
the
lot of
first
times
movie,
sequels come out as money grabs.
yeah, I
Mhm.
think like usually especially like Jaws. The first Jaws movie was
Mm.
really good, but then
Yeah.
they thought, hey, we make money because of this, and then they made more, and they were all really bad. So yeah. Right. So let's just move on to the next genre, I guess. So our next genre is action. So last time we started with Rice. So Rice, it is your
Oh,
turn.
I like Spider-Man Far From Home. I mean, I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't really watch horror movies, but it was good. I don't really.
I agree. I watched
It's
it in
that
cinemas as
instinct
well.
feeling.
I watched it too. It was good.
I've
Oh,
never seen it.
also, Tom Holland's kind of cute.
Dear
Well,
God.
Who's your favorite
But-
Spider-Man?
Tobey Maguire is
Yeah.
my favorite Spider-Man.
I'm a Toby guy too.
No,
Maybe it's just because
To-
of the
To-
original. I don't know.
True.
I
okay.
like the originals, but
He's just
the
silly, you
second
know.
one.
Okay, here's the thing. I think Tobey Maguire is a better Peter Parker, and Tom Holland is a better Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Hmm.
okay, that's pretty fair.
I think that's kind of my conclusion about it. But Spider-Man: Far From Home was a really good movie. It's
Mhm.
definitely in my top 5 like MCU movies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it was pretty good.
Oh,
Right.
I also know like a fact, Tycho. When when Tom Holland auditioned for it, on the script it was like do a flip, but he wasn't really supposed to, and he done 3 different types of flips and impressed everybody. That's how he got it.
Damn, it's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Hmm.
Right. So I guess Flaming Arrow, you're next.
Yeah, I'm gonna send some pictures in the chat just in case you want to see if you don't understand what the movie is. But it's called Karate Kid. It's an older type of movie, but you know the famous wax on, wax off, and where the crane stance came from. That movie is definitely action packed,
Right.
I love
especially
that
for an older movie.
Yeah.
It also has really funny moments too, like sweep the
Yeah.
leg and shit. Like, come on.
I have never seen Karate Kid actually, but I'll
Get,
Actually,
get nostalgic now.
Imagine
You should.
liking movies and not watch collab. Just kidding. I just watched it like a few months ago. Just kidding. Don't.
Right. Anything else you want to add, Flaming Arrow?
The teacher's the best part of the movie. I'll say that much too.
Oh man.
Oh, definitely.
I
Mr.
can't
Miyagi.
say anything about it, sadly, but I'll assume the teacher is the best.
Also, throughout the movie, it definitely teaches some life lessons, which I know you don't want to see in movies, but it's pretty good.
Listen to your mom. That's something.
Right. So I guess Sloth, you're next.
Right, so I don't really like action movies all that much, so I had some trouble picking a good action movie. So I just picked Pirates of the Caribbean 3 as my favourite action movie.
I mean, it's gonna be-
I just,
I
I don't,
honestly don't even remember it.
I
Actually,
just
I'm not sure if
don't
it's a
watch
third.
action movies at all. I don't like them. I like weird stuff. So the reason I like it is because it's got that mad tentacle guy in it. I mean, everybody knows what happened in it, so I don't think I need to explain that. But I like the tentacle guy.
Yeah, totally.
I like the tentacle guy. I like the.
I only watched like a few minutes of
You mean
it.
Davy Jones?
Yes, yes.
Bro, wait.
Yeah.
And it's got like that mad crusty woman as well.
Ah,
I don't really
I don't know
remember
that one.
anything from Pirates of the Caribbean, honestly. I know I've watched, like, I think all of the movies, but I watched it when I was, like, very young, so...
true.
Yeah, I just don't like action movies in general, so that's my pick.
Oh man, for me
Okay.
it's The Raid Redemption. Man, it's like a foreign film, so like it's not really popular in the U.S. Basically, this plot is that there's a SWAT team and they decide to raid a crime lord's base, and the crime lord sees them coming. So it's, man, the choreo is actually insane in this movie. It's probably the best choreo I've ever seen, or at least one of the better ones. The only thing that even compares is maybe like John Wick 3. Obviously the plot is pretty cool too.
I
and-
still have to watch John Wick 3.
Oh man,
So
that
I-
action was
Watch
insane,
John
but the
Wick.
story is just a bit less than The Raid Redemption, in my opinion.
I'll check it out one day. One day. So for my action, I picked Avengers Infinity War. I mean, this movie just had me on the tip of my seat like every single second because I'm a giant Marvel fan, and I've literally, I've watched Marvel, the MCU since Iron Man. Not only MCU, I also watch X-Men and basically every Marvel movie. But basically, this movie just brought everything together, and I thought it was a lot better than Endgame. It just felt a lot more satisfying, to be honest.
Oh, sorry.
And a lot of unexpected things happened. Like, I hope everybody watched the movie. So
I didn't watch it.
Oh,
Do you mind if I give spoilers?
I'm probably never going to watch it, so go ahead.
Okay, so like
Ditto.
Heimdall was probably one of my favorite characters, and he died like in the first second of the movie, which was pretty sad. And Loki just got killed for some reason. All this crazy stuff happened, and I don't know, I just really enjoyed it.
what I liked about it is like it was one of those movies that didn't mind killing off important characters. Like in
Yeah.
action movies, like superhero movies, doesn't happen too often. So like it was
True.
refreshing to see that.
Definitely, also in Endgame, of course, those were even bigger characters. I
Mhm.
was absolutely devastated when Black Widow died. Like,
Oh
freaking
my,
Hawkeye
Oh.
should have just died. Like, freaking Hawkeye is.
Hawkeye isn't
Useless.
Yeah,
He wasn't there for, like, a big part of the MCU as well, like, in the
Yeah.
Avenger movies. And then, it just. I hated it so much when I saw it, but luckily Black Widow is getting her own movie very
dude,
soon.
I can't wait for that.
I'm going to the premiere again, like I do with all
I
the
just want to
movies.
say my favorite Avengers Hawkeye. So
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
God.
That's like the
Well, of
first
course,
Not bad.
Flaming Arrow.
Not bad.
But did you know the Taskmaster also has a bow? So he could be
Yeah.
my new favorite. Even though he's a villain, doesn't matter.
Hawkeye only carries 11 arrows. That's like,
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. He just does it.
I'm
just
really excited for Black Widow, though. Like, damn. Honestly, like Taskmaster in the new Black Widow movie, he basically just learns of, superheroes, and he has like the fighting skills of Black Panther and Black Widow.
Hmm.
He has Hawkeye, like a bow, like Hawkeye. He has his shield, which I'm pretty sure he stole from the Red Guardian, but basically that imitates Captain America, of course. And he also has a grappling hook, which imitates Spider-Man. So I'm really excited to see this villain.
wow.
I want to.
And I just really hope that some of the characters in the movie will also reappear in other MCU movies.
I hope so too, even though I've never watched it.
Alright,
I'm just rooting
let's
for him.
go on
I'm rooting for the good
next
guys.
one, which is the next genre is fantasy/sci-fi movies. So let's start off with Rice
My favorite.
again.
Okay, so like I don't really watch a lot of fantasy movies, even though it's one of my favorite genres. Don't at me, but I put Thor Ragnarok because that is a fantasy slash sci-fi. So
Pretty much any like superhero movie could actually be put
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah,
that
true.
was true. I could
Right,
put
so-
Iron Man.
I really did
Anyways,
enjoy
uh,
Thor Ragnarok. So,
I liked it because he had to sacrifice his entire home in order to live. That was kind of sad. And also he should have killed his sister. So yeah.
it's true. Maybe she's still alive, but we don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe she'll return. But yeah, I also really did enjoy this movie. I especially enjoyed what is he called again? The character played by the director of the movie. The stone guy.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I love when they do that. It's kind of
Yeah.
funny.
How do I not remember his name? Anyway,
I know what you're talking about.
I really liked him, and yeah, but I did not like him in Endgame because he played Fortnite. I'm sorry, but I cringed so hard at that moment.
Yeah, no.
You know, that's reasonable. That's
Like-
reasonable.
I like Fortnite, but that was very cringy.
Yeah, and also when Hulk did a dab, like that was just
Oh
a big
god,
moment.
Oh my god, I
I
remember
felt
that.
so disgusted.
Does that happen?
I stopped watching.
Does that happen in it?
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was.
He had to dab to save the universe. I'm lying.
Right.
The
So
Sloth is
Flaming
next, boys,
Arrow,
look out.
your favorite fantasy/sci-fi?
Transformers, Michael Bay style.
I like that, okay.
Oh,
I know a lot of people that's controversial, but it's definitely my jam. I'm a big Transformers geek, so I know the whole storyline behind it, and then these only help me to be able to debate it with my friends.
Yeah. I think I've watched like a few Transformers, but not really in order or anything, so I never really got the movies.
Oof, you
Yeah,
get your information
same.
mixed up that way.
That is exactly what happens. I know there's cars and Transformers.
Oh my
I
god.
Oh
totally-
god, you know the basics, I guess.
There's one with something called Prime or something, right?
Optimus
Oh,
No,
Prime.
don't
Yeah.
don't get me started, boy.
They're aliens from a planet that was taken over.
And there was a Bumblebee. I know that.
Yeah, Bumblebee.
Oh no,
He's the main
Bumblebee
character.
can die.
You know, he's
I want Bumblebee
okay.
dead.
Okay,
I'm
don't say
really
that.
probably
Don't
the few
say that.
Transformers
That
fans who
is.
wants it.
Don't say
Is there like a secret hate for Bumblebee in the Transformers
No.
community?
that. No.
Yes, there is.
No.
He is so
Okay,
overrated.
Shut up. Yeah,
so overrated.
yeah, because he was the main character. Well, one of the main characters. He was the main
Gets his
characters
own
of
spin-off
the
movie.
the Transformers. I mean, he did actually.
I know. It's garbage. Ironhide
Alright.
didn't get a spin-off movie,
I-
like the gun
I-
tech of the franchise.
I don't know.
All right, let's just
Oh,
go on
also-
before we get too aggressive. Right, Sloth, your turn for the
Right.
sci-fi.
So I'm not too sure if this is fantasy or sci-fi. I'm just gonna say it is because just why not? My favorite fantasy movie is The Lobster from 2006.
The Lost.
The Lobster.
What?
I guess it is fantasy, I guess.
Yeah, has anyone here ever seen it?
I
No.
think I think I've remembered it. Yeah, I think is
Well,
it
it's
what
that
is his
movie
name
where
again?
they all go to a hotel if you're single, and
I remember. I think I remember.
you're basically
Is it one-
forced to get a partner before 40 days is up, or you get turned into an animal. It's just a really bizarre
What?
experience from
It's-
start to finish.
Yeah, I guess it's a fantasy movie.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah, it
I don't
counts,
know.
it counts.
What
And-
else would it be? Freaking. I don't
On
know.
the film of like
One of-
scales, it has 88% Rotten Tomatoes.
Maybe
one of my
maybe,
one of my
maybe
favorite
it's
things
a
about it.
romance movie because of the hotel. But
That's some weird
I don't
fucking romance.
Play that background love music.
It's for
One of my favorite things
Really?
about the movie is how awkward everybody acts in it. Everybody acts as if they've never spoken to another person in their entire lives.
I love that so much.
It's intentional as well. It's not just bad acting. It's intentional that they all act that way, which is really interesting.
Right.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
This-
it's amazing actually.
Yeah. Okay. That's why I was like you said on Rotten Tomatoes, it's 17%. But honestly, movie critics are absolute bullshit because
Yeah.
some movies are rated so low while they're freaking amazing, and some are really overrated.
Yeah.
Or
So-
maybe we just have like pretty bad taste, but I can.
No,
I don't know,
Definitely
because
have
some-
bad taste.
critics are just stupid. Honestly.
Yeah, sometimes they're right,
They're
other
also
times they
boring.
just like give ridiculous reasonings
Okay, so
for it happens all the time.
yeah, Sloth, didn't you you know the YouTuber Masta GG, right? Or
Yeah, I did it.
okay, so he have you seen the video where he reviewed the movie Cam?
Yes, I did.
So that movie has a 93%
Bullshit.
Rotten
Bullshit.
Tomatoes by the critics, but that movie is so garbage.
After
Like,
he
it's
reviewed it, I went and watched it myself, and just because I wanted
I
to see
watched
how
it
bad it
before
was.
the review, and oh,
I don't think you guys like it very much.
It's so
No,
bad.
it's-
It's so bad.
it's
That's
really
just-
disgusting. Honestly,
Actually,
it should be deleted like right now, but sadly it's too late.
Just delete it from the internet. Just get
Alright,
rid of
let's
it.
move on. Next
Yeah,
person.
for me it's Looper. This movie is about like time travel. So basically they send in victims to the past, right, to get murdered. So it's as
Damn.
sick as it sounds.
So it's like
um,
the Weeping Angels,
Yeah,
then.
Huh?
The Weeping Angels from Doctor Who, then.
Kinda.
That's basically what it
oh,
is.
Doctor Who.
Kind of, yeah, true. But yeah, anyways, the characters are interesting. The concept is amazing, and there's multiple twists throughout the movie, and at the end, like that ending, it's like I didn't see that coming in any capacity really. Like I was questioning my existence at some point too. So
I like
Here,
movies
this-
like. I might watch it today.
It sounds pretty interesting,
I was wondering if I was a time traveler.
bro.
No wonder why my life sucks. So
The prophecies foretold.
Like, okay, so my favorite sci-fi movie is also a time travel movie that
Mhm.
everybody knows. It's Back to the Future 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's that? What's that?
Okay, I really hope that's a joke.
One of the very
yeah,
few sequels that actually was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty.
true. Like, okay, I enjoyed the first one as well, but the second one I just enjoy more because they actually went to the future. Like that just how it looked, and just I love Doc and Marty in the movie. They made they did a reunion last time, and just the way that like Doc hasn't aged at all, but then you see Marty, and he just got a lot older. Like you can really see how much he aged. But I just love that movie. I don't know. I just love it. Okay, it's that simple.
I even
simple.
considered making that my favorite movie as well for the genre. I'm like I thought about it hard. It was a long.
Yeah,
I guess someone would say that anyway. So
I did like 1 and 2 were really good, but at 3 I just got confused. Like I just didn't know what was happening
I've
anymore.
only
so
seen 2.
Although in 3, I will say I like the teleportation train.
I guess it's okay.
No, just the train. Just the train. Not the movie, just the train.
Oh, what a nice train! Right.
I would watch it just for the train.
The next one is comedy. So, Rice,
Yes.
it's your turn again.
Oh, Talad. I can't say it, but it's with Ricky Bobby, and that was a very good movie. If you guys like haven't seen it, it's basically where some guy was like a #1 champion race car driver. Then he gets into an accident and starts becoming like a worse. And then like he overcomes that, but it's pretty funny. Oh, also, his wife started sleeping with his best friend.
Oh no.
Controversial.
Yeah. No.
Damn, that's deep. Alright. I guess Flaming Arrow, you're next.
For comedy, would have to be Ghostbusters. That movie was ironically sarcastic throughout the entire endurance of it.
They're making a new one, aren't they?
They're always making new ones.
Are they making a new one?
Yeah, they're
I
actually
know they
making.
made the female version.
No, but they're actually making one that follows up to the originals. So it's
Well,
actually
yeah,
like,
the original had 2.
I know, but like this one actually, has. I think it also has some. I don't know, but it definitely it's in the same like storyline. So it's like an actual
To
sequel.
be
Yeah, the female
honest,
one is
I
already
did,
out,
I
I
did
think,
not
for
hear
sure.
what I did not hear what he said.
Ghostbusters.
Go butter.
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters!
It's called
taking over.
it's called Ghostbusters Afterlife. It's coming up.
They really
Oh,
are
it's
making.
with the
Oh.
children. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
the
with
guy from
Finn
Stranger
Wolfhard.
Things.
Stranger
Yeah,
Things, yeah.
Finn Wolfhard.
Man,
don't
just
know.
let these series die, man. They're classics. They're good. Don't mess with them.
Let them
Right.
rest.
Mm-hmm.
The more you
That-
play with them, the higher you increase the chance of messing it up, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then people aren't gonna like the original because you messed it up.
Honestly, like the female one was, it was so bad.
Stretching it.
Did anyone
Yeah.
actually go and watch that?
I didn't
Oh,
watch it
I-
in the cinema.
Oh,
no.
hell no.
I did watch the female one. It was actually very disappointing.
Obviously. That's expected.
So disappointing. Like,
Alright.
I don't understand why have like a female version. What kind of statement are you trying to make?
Because you know what
women
they're
have
doing these days.
Power too.
Women can also hunt
Yeah.
ghosts.
yeah, no,
It's not a male
no.
Yeah, but
exclusive
make another good movie instead of like, oh my god.
Yeah,
just make
Instead of
something
making,
else.
Like bad versions of good movies, make
Mhm.
good.
Just make a good movie. Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Well,
I don't know about that.
I
but
think it
it's
is.
For
These
those
days, you don't know people want good movies. High
There's
expectations.
some movies out there that it seems like the actors don't know.
I didn't understand what you
Did
said.
you say
She cut
that it's
out.
probably harder to do worse?
Yes.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah, that's true. Alright. Next is. Who? I don't remember.
sloths.
It's Sloth.
Yes, me.
okay.
Okay. This is another controversial one.
Oh
Hmm.
god.
No, dude.
Some might argue that this isn't a comedy.
Alright, just go.
Oh god.
Just
Dude, shut up.
say the name!
It's this is a dark comedy. It's Happiness from 1998.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen. This
Don't
one.
don't you say yeah as if you've watched it,
Haven't
guys.
seen
You haven't.
Oh no, I.
It's from
I
Master,
remember that you
the
said
movie that
earlier.
Master GG like not really
Yeah.
reviewed but just mentioned, and he was like, "Go watch it," and then I watched it.
This is really
And I
good.
was
If you-
disturbed.
It's a
I
disturbing
completely forgot.
movie. I'll
is.
try to
Reasons
describe
why to
what goes
watch
on.
movies was told to.
So basically, this is about a bunch of people who are trying to be happy. They're all depressed as fuck. And they go to some really fucked up lengths to get happy. And this isn't the
Why
kind
don't they just smoke?
this isn't the kind of movie you would watch if you're prone to sensitive topics.
Yeah, I wouldn't
It's
necessarily call this a comedy. But,
This is definitely a comedy.
Oh god,
it's
I feel
it's
like Sloth needs to be
something.
popped up.
It's definitely something.
I don't want to like spoil what happens because I think that you should all go and watch it. Maybe not you guys, wait until you're like 16. But the rest of you should go and watch it. Okay, that's it
I
for me.
said nigga.
That's my movie. That is Happiness from 1998. It's a
Okay.
it's a comedy
Mine's,
movie. It counts. That's what it is.
Well, mine is Pulp Fiction. Some people argue that it's definitely a funny movie, funny enough to like warrant being put into this category. Some people even call it that. It's one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time. Basically, the story is about many different plot lines, many different characters, and then they all have their own personalities, and all the stories are somehow related, and you have to figure out how.
Yeah.
What's
just-
funny though is like the cast, like Samuel L. Jackson and like
Yeah,
John Travolta,
I mean-
and all that stuff.
Every movie with Samuel L. Jackson, it has just comedy in it because that is awesome.
Exactly.
He's a funny man.
Of course, Pulp Fiction is another
I think
classic.
I might have watched that.
I mean,
I don't
it's a
remember.
classic as well.
Mhm.
So I've seen it because I've watched too many movies. Right. My
Yeah,
favorite
I think
comedy
I think we know.
is Zombieland, which is it's just I just love it.
Very good choice.
I have watched it like at least 7 times, something like that. Like, I mean, first of all, the actors in it are amazing. I mean, like the combo, Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson.
Mm.
The combo, like the duo, is just amazing. Like every movie they play in. Also, Now You See Me, they also play together in that movie. They're just awesome together, and this movie basically is just about this guy surviving in a zombie apocalypse, and he just has a list of rules that he, to survive the zombie apocalypse. And then on his way on his adventure, he meets a guy named Tallahassee. Well, his name is, of course, not really Tallahassee, but they don't exchange names because it gets too personal. And that's basically Tallahassee's basically this badass who loves killing zombies, and
And Twinkies,
know.
don't forget about that.
sorry, what did you say?
Twinkies, the
Oh yeah, he loves
snack.
he loves Twinkies as well. Yeah, it's true.
How could you forget that?
I actually haven't seen this movie, but I know about it, and I've been wanting to see it for a long time.
And the main character is called Columbus, and he's basically kind of he's the guy with the rules, and he just sticks to the rules.
Oh,
Not
also
the entire movie.
he shot somebody that wasn't actually a zombie. He was just like pretending to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it because, I mean, Mr. Steak here. Just gonna call you Mr. Steak.
It's his.
He's still, you still want to watch a movie, and I really don't want to spoil it for you because it's really just an awesome movie. And Zombieland Double Tap, honestly, it did not disappoint me. It was also a very good movie.
It's good. I haven't watched it.
Have you ever seen Shaun of the Dead?
Wait,
I have.
did you
Oh, that was.
did
good
you
too.
just say it's good, but yet you haven't watched it?
No, I was talking about Double Tap. It's the sequel.
Yeah. Like, Double Tap is basically one of his rules, and that's why they called it Double Tap. That's funny. Okay. Next. The next genre is animation, which is the last genre. So, Rice, it's your turn
Yeah.
again.
See, I didn't know we were allowed to go with anime movies because those aren't.
Their
But-
animation. We're counting.
It's animation, so-
I went with Cloudy with Chance of Meatballs.
Mhm.
Pretty classic. There was some kind of sad parts in it.
Is it a sad movie?
That's it. Yeah, I
Just a
also-
movie with some sad parts.
My mic stopped working, so that's fun. But it's about a guy that invents a way to make rain into food, and it accidentally goes overboard, so they have to leave. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
basically, it rains.
I think that movie was just all over the place, though.
it. It was, but
I watched
enjoyed
it so not so long ago, but I remember some parts of it, like I'm having some
Mhm.
flashbacks. But it's been a while since I've watched the movie. I watched the second one as well. There is a second one, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's,
Yeah,
I haven't
I
seen
haven't watched it. There's also like an entire series about it. It's
I'm
not
pretty
that
sure
good.
the
when I think
second
of
one.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs too, I think Money Grab.
It's
Oh,
is
yeah,
that's the
most
one where
definitely.
it's like on the island, like a food island or something, or is that the first one?
No, that's the first.
Anyway, I don't remember anymore. I know I watched one of them at
I-
least.
I'm kind of having.
I just remember enjoying it. Honestly, that's,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
feeling.
You just remember the feelings.
That's all you remember.
Yeah, all right. I enjoyed Sausage Party more though. Not really the same, but it's about food, so I'm just gonna throw it in there. It's about
Yeah,
food.
okay.
You are not even on the same
Yeah,
level.
that's not only PG-13.
Sausage Party, yeah, I was expecting it to be bad, but it was actually better.
Yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Like the
I enjoyed it
concept
too.
is so weird though. Like it's
Yeah,
Yes.
most definitely.
like okay. I have it on Blu-ray too, so
Of course you do.
I don't have all my favorite movies on Blu-ray. I do. Anyway, next person, which is me, right?
Ooh.
No,
No,
that's,
it's-
No,
that's Flaming
no.
Arrow.
Flaming Arrow, then
That's
me,
fine.
then Mo, then you.
You switched it. You
To the
most
very
definitely
last.
switched it.
Animation, one word or two words. Polar Express.
Oh, I watched that.
Really?
Oh, I love
times.
that movie.
That is also such a classic.
Nothing happens
Some
in that
people think
movie.
it's not good in animation, but you gotta remember it was made in 2004 when animation was just a little baby, and it's pretty good for its era.
I think it's still
Most
like live ups to the animation that we have now. Honestly, some
like an
animation
iconic-
movies are worse.
An iconic creation of animation and how it's progressed over the years.
Yeah, it definitely has
Yeah.
some pretty big movie like animation mistakes. But honestly, it's just a great movie.
I think the
Yeah.
characters look like they're humans pretending to be humans.
No.
I just think it's a bit weird how they look.
Humans pretending to be humans.
Yeah.
The weirdest characters though in the Polar Express animation were the elves. They were very weird.
Yeah.
looking.
Or the
Yeah.
guys that did the dance with the chocolate milk and stuff.
Yeah, the.
Oh
the
yeah,
waiters.
lifeless
Yeah.
expression bodies.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
Doing
I-
unhuman, unholy things.
You know, it's a movie. Give it that.
it definitely is.
It's definitely a thing.
It's a movie, yeah.
It's a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why we call it animations, boys and girls.
I mean, it's a good movie and it's a classic, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
All right.
Take
Anything
us
else
away,
you want to
Sloth.
add?
Nope.
All right, Sloth.
Right, you're gonna hate me for this one.
We're gonna hate you for every one of them. You know,
Right, so this one is I was struggling to decide between this and another movie. I was struggling to decide between Watership Down and Plague Dogs, but I decided to go with Watership Down from 1972
I
because
don't know this movie.
yes, you do, Mo.
I never heard.
I don't know it.
This is about rabbits,
Mhm.
and these rabbits go on an adventure to find a new house because there's a massive rabbit genocide or something.
Oh God!
And it's really bloody. They fight each other, and it's an extremely messy, bloody.
On an adventure. Oh my God! Don't.
Oh,
I-
Everybody dies in it. It's it's mental. Hold, I'm pretty sure.
I was waiting to upload it, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can find a picture. Hold on.
But yeah, I recognize the animation, but I don't think I've ever seen this movie though. Like the animation style says something to me, but I haven't seen this movie. I guarantee you.
I need to see.
My God, these pictures.
Oh my
Oh, what
God!
the hell, man?
What?
That doesn't look. That looks like a beaver, like
That's
something not good.
that's the main bad
That
guy.
doesn't.
Whoa.
That.
Look at
If
this
I
one.
watched that when I was like 3, I probably would have had nightmares for the rest of my life.
What is that? What's going on there?
That's something.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh my god.
This is just a sad rabbit story.
That's-
Oh my god.
It's so good. You should go and watch it.
You know what? I'm interested, to be honest. I'm interested. I'm not gonna.
I'm interested, but at the same time, no.
I'm disturbed. Alright, let's just move on to the next person.
Which is me, I believe. Yeah. So, I chose The Lion King, the original, not the live action. Actually haven't seen the live action, so I can't really talk about it much.
They're
But,
almost identical.
Was it good? Did you saw it?
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed it. I think the animation was absolutely amazing.
Hmm.
Some
What
of
are we
the
talking
scenes could have been
Better.
done better, but because they definitely went with like the realistic, like the more realistic option,
Mhm.
more than what actually happens in the movie, you know. But
But
I
for
still,
once, in terms of a live
Oh,
action
we're talking
remake,
about the
it was
Lion
actually pretty close to the original.
Mhm. I heard that's one of the best live actions in the world, actually.
The Lion King.
You completely overlook your eyes.
But anyways,
I don't know
Wait.
what to talk.
The Lion King, the original Lion King movie. We're talking about the live action there, but yeah.
yeah, you like the original.
I like the original.
So yeah, it has great characters, great plot, and the soundtrack. Probably one of the best soundtracks in any Disney movie. Honestly, it's probably my favorite Disney movie. I'm being honest.
It has one of my
Yeah.
favorite villains in it
I
as well.
think
Mhm.
if we don't count Marvel as Disney, like Disney
Yeah.
originals, then it's probably also my favorite.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're talking about like Disney before they went into like a one business cinema. Like
Disney before they conquered the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Things I did not know.
Yeah, like if we take like Disney movies, like not
Mhm.
Pixar, not Marvel, not anything like that, just Disney, then it's probably Lion King. I mean, I haven't really watched. Is Big Hero 6 a Disney movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I think that was a pretty funny movie as well.
Yeah, it was also sad.
But honestly,
His brother died.
I don't know.
Every Disney movie, some main hero purpose character dies.
Yeah,
I think like,
pretty much.
Lion King, Dad, Big Hero 6, brother.
You just can't be a main character trilogy.
His dad was killed by a very healthy lion. If you guys did, a dog like thing around his face, the builds like there is actually pretty healthy in lion.
What?
Yeah, don't ask me what.
I think like I'm not a biggest Disney fan, I would say. I mean, like with actual Disney movies, I don't watch a lot of Disney stuff. I enjoy some of them, but yeah, not all of them.
Yeah, I feel like there's so many movies. It's hard to see all of them. So,
Yeah.
like, there's some classics that even I haven't
Yeah.
had a chance to see.
But
Yeah.
they
But
just
the ones I've seen.
they gotta stop pumping these live action movies that are bad. Like,
Yeah, I think
mean-
they run out of ideas.
aren't they gonna make a? Did they? Wasn't there a whole controversy when they wanted to do the live action Ariel or Little Mermaid movie, and they
Yep.
chose
Yep.
a black character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That caused a
that's
shitstorm.
dumb.
That
And
caused a
everybody was
shitstorm.
like, "You
Also-
can choose a black person to play a white girl." Like,
Do you know how many times we've done that already? Like,
mean, I don't know.
when
At
you
least
choose
two.
a black character to play a white character, it's fine. Yeah. Wait,
No,
wait. I did not mean to say that. When you choose a white character to pick a black character, it's fine. Shut up. I have one brain
Oh, God.
cell, and
Oh god. Oh no.
it's through
Demonetization.
Windows.
It's working at full speed here.
Oh god. Keep
Alright.
digging.
Maybe we should move on.
Yeah, okay, my favorite animation movie is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. When
Oh,
I
man.
saw this movie, I was freaking
Sold out.
amazed, not just by the story and the plot, but just the animation itself is so freaking good. And the movie, you know, it's just, I'm really happy they're making a sequel. And I'm
Really?
really
They're making a
hoping, yep,
They're
they are.
making a sequel. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, and I don't feel like this is a cash grab. Like, I think they are,
Mm.
that movie was a genuine good movie, and I think they're going to make another good movie. That's what I hope.
Soundtrack was also
same.
amazing for that too.
True.
Yeah.
It was like
I
modern.
think-
You don't see that often.
Multiple soundtracks, yeah.
Yeah. I think one scene took them like 8 weeks to make. Or that was like a different animation. But
Wow.
I think like it was just so good, and I don't know. It's just my favorite
I think
animation.
it might be
movie.
my favorite superhero movie. Period. Like even considering like
yeah.
non-animated ones. If I'm being honest, like I left
Yeah.
that movie
I was-
like theater like amazed.
I was gonna put that as my animation, but
I was gonna put that as too. I was considering that too.
Yeah.
I stole it all from you. Yeah. I don't know. I honestly, animation movies. I don't watch a lot of animation movies. I purely watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse because it was Marvel, honestly.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I am so happy that I watched it, and it's just so freaking good, and I'm so happy they're making a sequel. That's the
Yeah.
conclusion. Yeah, basically that's the end. I'm gonna do a little bit of an honorable mention. Honestly, one of the best movies I've ever seen is Knives Out.
Oh
Honestly,
man.
that movie
Oh my god, I love that movie.
freaking amazed me. How, like, I don't know how they came up with this whole thing.
I know how they did. They took their knives out of their pockets.
That's pretty simple.
squad laughing.
I don't think Disney wants you to tell this.
I think, I don't know under what category. I think, yeah, mystery movie. Maybe it's a murder mystery,
Yeah.
of course. But I've seen
Oh, yeah.
like
Well, obviously.
compared to some other murder mystery movies, this is definitely the best one.
Such a huge plot twist.
I mean, like it was like at the beginning it was like, oh, so that's it, that's the answer, but then it just turned around so much, and it was just amazing. That's my honorable mention. I don't know if anybody else wants to do an honorable mention.
I would also like to do an honorable mention. The High School Musical franchise. I know
No,
it was
no,
not
no. Silence.
so, but
Silence.
okay. Listen, it wasn't a good movie. Like none of them were, but they kind of got me into liking
What's
movies. So like,
that
I kind of got to think them. Also, it does show his like glow up.
You have disappointed me. I'm disappointed in you.
Like I know it's very disappointing, but I kind of grew up on this movie, so
Mhm.
it was
I wish
like different.
I remembered my first ever movie that I watched. I remember my first horror movie, which was Chucky, The Bride of Chucky, or something like that.
Oh,
And that movie,
same.
like, I was very little, and I, of course, was scared at first. But then I actually just watched it. It was so bad. Like, watching back at it, that movie is not good. But
I have a
Money.
few honorable mentions actually.
Go for it.
Oh my
So
god!
for-
Wow.
Yeah, for sci-fi and fantasy, I have Inception. You know.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
one of- I was
I have-
considering.
I've seen that movie. I like
I mean, that movie is like kind of. I don't know. When you think about it, the plot, you're like, oh, that's stupid. But when you actually watch it the first time, that movie took my mind like on a journey it's never been. To be honest.
What a description.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Another honorable mention for
was the
comedy
movie?
had
What was the movie?
Borat.
Borat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know
I just
what
love
you're
that. I just love that like crude.
What was
sense
the
of humor.
first movie you said? I did not
Inception.
hear-
Inception.
Oh,
That's the one of like Leonardo DiCaprio. What's it called? Gordon Levy. Like man, that cast is insane. And then for action, I had John Wick 3. And that's it.
I really need to watch that
never
movie.
watched. Yeah, I need to watch all of the John.
I mean, John Wick 1 is I mean, no cursing. I freaking
Chris.
love that movie. John Wick 2, I enjoyed.
Oh man.
No cursing yet.
You say that so aggressively there.
What did it say? I didn't say a bad word. You never heard me say anything, okay?
What's the curse
I
word?
heard two S's at least twice.
No,
Not from you
definitely.
mainly. I don't know
No,
who it was from, but I heard two
definitely.
Yeah,
S's.
I never cursed like that. That's
I never swear. I've never sworn in my
cursing's
life.
against my religion. Do not
Yeah.
know what.
okay. So if anybody has something to say now, 'cause I'm gonna.
Your mom's gay.
Okay.
Okay.
And that. Thank you for watching this long video. And yeah, I hope the person that is still watching
Hug.
enjoyed the video, and check out all the channels in the description. And that's it.
I don't post like
Next
at
one.
all, so like.
Okay,
Oh, I
bye.
also have something to say because I'm also turning this into a video. Yeah, so I've not uploading and
Are you okay, right?
okay. I might have been dropped on my head as a baby, but
It's okay. That was cute.